Well, hello again, everybody. Welcome back to the Dreamfall Chapters Book 1 Reborn playthrough. I just want to take a quick moment and thank everybody for leaving likes and comments on my videos. It's nice to see. I wasn't real sure how interested people would be in watching this playthrough, so it's nice to get some positive feedback. Having said that, I do have some bad news. The bad news is that when I saved the game, it looks like it saved me way back here at what I'm assuming was the last checkpoint. And the last checkpoint was right after I talked to Queenie, and she gave us the goal of talking to Nella Bites about Hannah Roth. So we're going to need to go back up there and basically rediscover that she has left to restock her cart. That sucks, but not a whole lot was lost really, because I didn't really do anything after that anyway. I just ran around looking for Nella. Unfortunately, that kind of makes the last, I don't know, 3 videos kind of, I don't want to say useless, but nothing really happened in them. It does concern me a bit about this game, though, because, man, I mean, it must mean the checkpoints are really, really far apart from each other, and I don't know, it seems like it'd make it awful tough to, you know, stop the game when I want to stop it instead of having to figure out how to make it to the next checkpoint. I mean, I looked around for, you know, about 45 minutes or so, an hour, trying to figure out where the heck Nella was and never found her, and that meant I never found a checkpoint, so I'm not really sure what to do about that. So anyway, since I'm here with Queenie, I don't know if I want to say anything else to her. Okay, I could leave. So, if I could get off this boat, I'm going to run up and go to Nella's cart, which we know already she won't be there, but we have to do it again anyway. So I might actually have to look online for how to save in this game, because I'm obviously doing something wrong, and I don't want to waste my time, and I don't want to waste your time. And now I'm thinking that I am wasting time again, because I thought I knew how to get back to her cart, but now I'm wondering if maybe I don't know how to get there. I thought there were steps right here, and I didn't think it was these, but I don't know. Yeah, I guess these are the steps. Go up here. Go up these. Yeah, I think this is the right way. I think this will get me back to Nella Bites. And yeah, we're going to run into that little girl again who recognizes us from her dream. I don't understand why there wasn't a checkpoint after that. So I'm a little bothered by this. I'm bothered by it quite a bit, actually. Yeah, see, there's a little girl.
It's you!
What? Who? Me?
The superhero from my dream! You're her!
Sorry? I really don't... I'm not her, whoever she is.
Yes, you were in my dream. You told me it'd be alright, and it was. You helped me wake up.
You're mistaken. I don't even own a dream machine. I couldn't possibly have been in your dreams.
It was you were there. I don't use it much anymore. The dream machine. Most of the time I say no, just like you told me to. I read instead. I'm reading a lot. The book I'm reading right now is about this girl who's dreaming, but doesn't know she's dreaming. I'm worried about Mum. She's always in dream time. She prefers that to being awake. She doesn't eat much, or go outside, ever. Thank you for helping me. Zoe, right? Thank you, Zoe.
How do you... I didn't... What? What the hell was that all about? I don't know her. Do I? She looks so familiar, but I haven't seen her before. I'm certain of it.
I didn't notice it until later last time, but she updated her journal after that. Who the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? Excuse my language, but honestly, how did that girl know my name? I'm not in the Iris system. She can't possibly have faced me. So how did she know? How the fuck did she know? She must be mistaken. It's crazy talk. I haven't been in her dreams. There must be another Zoe out there that looks just like me, my doppelganger. But still, she looked so familiar. And then I made the comment that this probably explains why so many people in the city look familiar to her, because she has helped them in their dreams. Okay, so here we are back at the cart.
Restock, back soon.
And she's
Odd.
gone to restock.
Nella doesn't typically leave her cart during peak business hours. She usually restocks first thing.
So yeah, that updates my goals. Now I need to locate Nella. The note says she's gone to restock, and that's all we've got. I don't know where the heck she goes to restock. And we wandered all over Propass looking for her and never found anything. One thing I didn't do was go back in here. Oh, that's weird. I don't know why she didn't say that. Huh.
What am I doing? I don't have another appointment with the doctor.
Okay, so we could go in there, back in there anyway. So, before we went back home to her flat and looked around in there, but didn't find anything in there. So, what I did is I went back to, oh gosh, what's his name? Baruti? I don't remember his name, the campaign guy. So I'm just going to run back to him and talk to him and see if we get any information out of him. I think I go this way to get to him. So hopefully he'll have some information for us, although I don't think he's gonna. And in that case, I'm not really sure what to do, because now it looks like we need to find a checkpoint before we could save, otherwise we're starting all over again. I don't want to keep doing that, and I'm sure you guys don't want to watch that. Why would you want to watch that? So Baruti should be right back here if that is his name. I wish I could run faster, but this is all we get. I doubt there's going to be an upgrade later that makes her run faster. This isn't like one of my normal first-person shooter games where you could upgrade your stats and such. Baruti, good, I did get his name right.
Baruti?
What's on your mind, Sissy?
Okay, so there's a lot of things we could talk to him about. And unfortunately, none of them
Baruti always speaks so warmly.
are about
I don't think I ever asked
Nella.
Baruti how he ended up working for Lea Uminska and the Social Democrats.
So we'll just start at the top.
How did you end up working on the campaign?
Just a happy accident. I was working for a charity in Dresden, a support network for homeless teens. I'd only been in Europolis a couple of months. I was still learning the ropes. I honestly had no idea what I was doing. One day, Lea Uminska got in touch, asking how she could be of assistance to our charity. She'd just been elected leader of the party. We got to talking, she told me about her campaign. Of course, I was an arrogant ass. I told her everything I thought they were doing wrong. Humility wasn't in my blood back then. Afterwards I figured, well, that's the last I'll ever hear from her. 2 weeks later, I get an offer from her campaign manager. They want me to join her team in Gdansk.
That must have been a good feeling.
I was scared, Sissy. I left Botswana because I was tired of doing things just for myself. I came to Europolis to help others. Maybe do some good, for once. And now, suddenly, here I was, part of a movement to change the world. I wasn't prepared for it, but I couldn't say no. And I haven't for a single moment regretted that decision.
We may be here a while.
I don't know, Baruti always speaks so warmly of Lea Uminska. He must be her biggest and most loyal supporter. I don't think I can ever really understand that kind of dedication, especially when it comes to politics. It's impressive, almost humbling. How well do you know Uminska?
I've known her for several years, professionally. It's not like we're friends. Although she did take me out to dinner once, to thank me for my help. She's guarded, not the warmest person in the world. I think that's where we need to improve. Help her to open up and be more human. Get voters to see the person behind the mask. I really do think she's the right person to run Europolis. And not just because the alternatives are so disturbing.
Every time I watch Constantine Wolf speak, I get the shivers. The bad ones.
They don't call him Kaiser Konstantin for nothing. And Lea, Miss Uminska, She knows him better than most. She has to constantly stand up to him and his hooligans. She has to deal with incessant insults and slandering without sinking to his level. I don't envy her that position. She's not perfect. No one is. But she is the person in the world I respect the most, and I will follow her through thick and thin, to the very end. I owe her that.
Well, let's learn about Kaiser Constantine, shall we?
Constantine Wolf is Uminska's biggest opponent, and Baruti's nemesis. I don't know what he'd do if Wolf won the election. Probably leave and head back south. Are you worried Wolf could win?
Of course I'm worried. He is a snake. Slippery and venomous. Wolf is a populist, a nationalist, a fascist. He claims he represents the people, but he only represents himself. And, of course, the corporations that are secretly backing his campaign.
I thought Wolf was anti-corporate. That's what he says in the ads.
That man has a lot of plata. Millions being channeled into his campaign. Where do you think that's coming from? He has the support of some very powerful people. The same people he bad-mouths in his manifestos.
I don't understand.
It's a show, Sissi. The corporate syndicate knows that Dieter Gross and the Alliance have lost any shred of authority and trust. They made a mistake there, and it's hurt them. With Wolf, they have a new strategy. He pretends to distance himself from the corps in order to represent the working people. He will berate the corps, claim that he's going to clean things up, put power back into the hands of the proletariat. But the truth is, he is even more in the pocket of the syndicate than Dieter Gross and the Blues. It's a brilliant strategy, as long as they can control him.
And you don't think they can?
I think he's more dangerous than they have reckoned with. He's two-faced, manipulative. Once he's clawed his way into power, he's capable of anything. He's created a cult of personality around himself. A very calculated fictional narrative that appeals to a lot of voters unhappy with the state of Europolis. The only thing we can do is try to expose his lies. And
What?
I think I found something. I've been doing a lot of digging. Back in Botswana, I have connections high up in Bokamba Mesa. Family connections. There might be evidence of BM funneling funds into Constantine's campaign, maybe even directly into his personal account. And if that's the case, we might finally have some real dirt on Kaiser Constantine. At the very least, it would make people question his integrity and honesty. If we're lucky, maybe even enough evidence for a criminal investigation.
I hope you're being careful, Baruti.
I am. Once I have concrete evidence, I'm giving it to your man, Riza. He can do the story, expose Wolf and his lies.
I'm sure the Hand will be very interested. But Baruti, please just stay low, okay? Kaiser Constantine is evil.
He is. And this is exactly why we have to fight him. We cannot back down, Sissi. To do so would be dishonest and cowardly.
Wow, that's quite a backstory. Let's see what else he has to say.
I don't know much about Baruti and his life before we started working together. We've been friendly, but he knows a lot more about me than I do about him. And I am curious. What did you do before you came to Europolis?
I was a lawyer. Can you believe it? Corporate law even. Eish.
Yeah, no, I can't see it.
I was good too. I managed the family's trust in Johannesburg. My older brothers run things from Francistown, Gaborone, and the City of London.
How many brothers do you have?
4. And 3 sisters. We are 8 altogether. Same father, different mothers.
You're the youngest?
Youngest boy. I have 2 younger sisters. Twins. They aren't involved in the family business. But my older sister, Lesedi, is. We don't speak. She did not approve of my change of heart.
What happened?
What can I say? I finally saw what I was doing with my life. Existing only for myself. Obsessed with money, power, status. Also, I didn't agree with some of the investments we were making. The lack of ethics. So, one day I left it all behind. My job, my family, my fiancée. I had to make a clean break. It was too easy to simply fall back into the good life. I had to learn to struggle.
You don't miss them?
Every day, Sissy. Every day. I speak to Gosego from time to time, my second oldest brother, and the twins, of course. But the rest? They were disappointed and angry. They didn't understand. Never will.
Well, that's a pretty sad story there, Baruti.